We have made it to the end of the week. It's Friday, and you know what that means. It is time for your weekend movie watch list. And here now with all the big debuts and the must-see movies is Tom Santilli, film critic, co-host, and executive producer of the Movie Show Plus. Thanks for being here with us.
What's up, Allie? Good to be here this morning.
Not much. Excited to talk movies. There's a lot of films coming out this weekend in theaters. Yes. There's always something new streaming. But the two biggest ones that I believe happening this weekend, King Richard starring Will Smith, and then there's Ghostbusters Afterlife. And I understand that you saw both. What did you think?
Yeah, so I did see both, and yeah, so the first one I'll start with is King Richard, which is a movie that it's a great film about the Venus and Serena Williams, of course, who are two of the greatest athletes of all time, tennis stars. But it's actually about their father, Richard, played by Will Smith. This is just a heartwarming, great, funny, inspiring movie. It's one of those films that I think critics are loving it already, but audiences will too, even if you don't know anything about tennis. That movie drops today. It's in theaters and on HBO Max. And then the other big one, of course, that everybody's anticipating is the new Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. And look, I'm not here to spoil anything, and I'm definitely not here to ruin anybody's childhoods by, giving them my full take of the movie. This movie, though, it's for me, it's like a remix, right? So if you like The Force Awakens, which was kind of like the same movie as Star Wars, but they just kind of remixed it and updated it, that's kind of what they do with Ghostbusters Afterlife. They make it accessible to a new generation, and there's a ton in there for the nostalgic, 40-something-year-old that saw the original.
Now, there's another smaller film opening soon, and you have some interviews. Tell us about The Humans.
Yeah, this is a small film, again, generating a lot of awards buzz, and I actually got a chance to speak with the director, Stephen Karam, but also the two stars of the film, Richard Jenkins and Jane Houdyshell. When I talked to Richard Jenkins, he actually got a little candid about his past. In the movie, he plays opposite June Squibb, who plays his mother, who's battling dementia and things like that. So here's a little bit about that, as well as from Jane Houdyshell, who is this was a Broadway play, and she's the only one from the play that is in the movie. She talks a little bit about that.
Seemed reasonable to me to think maybe she'll turn to me and say, this is a wonderful day. Mm-hmm. You're always hoping that. I think you've talked to them like you assume they might understand. I mean, I know I did. Both of my parents had, well, no, my father didn't, but they both had strokes, but my mom's brain was really affected by it. And she was my mom, but she wasn't. But there are moments when you think, oh my gosh, it's her again. And then they're gone.
What was different, though, about the film was the physical reality, radically different than the stage play. And what was also different were the actors that I was working with. And so, of course, I was impacted as the character by a new set of actors who were bringing their own vision and understanding of who these people were.
All right, now we can't get into all the films coming out this weekend, but is there any other ones that people should be keeping an eye out for?
Yeah, the big one is a movie called Tick, Tick, Boom. It's the directorial debut of Lin-Manuel Miranda, stars Andrew Garfield. That's been in theaters, but it actually drops on Netflix today, so people can check that out. There's also a documentary on Julia Child that's playing at the Maple called Julia. There's a Jagged is the Alanis Morissette documentary that's on HBO Max. And then there's a small film called Mothering Sunday starring Odessa Young that's playing in limited release. So there's a ton of movies for all kinds of audiences to check out this weekend.
And Tom, finally, where can people go to check out more information and your reviews?
Yeah, as always, movieshowplus.com. You can check out my full review of movies like Ghostbusters Afterlife and King Richard. You also can check those out on WXYZ.com. And also, by the way, the full interviews with the Human cast, that movie, The Humans, comes out Wednesday right before Thanksgiving.
Awesome. Tom Santilli, film critic, co-host, and executive producer of Movie Show Plus.